Hello everybody, this is Kenneth Marks of The Ancestor Hunt. Today I'm going to be sharing with you how to navigate an online site providing 25 or so historical community newspapers from Ontario. This is an extremely easy site to maneuver, so let's get started and show you how it works. Here's the URL up at the top, inc.ourontario.ca. As you can see, here is a list of the newspapers, some from as early as the early 1800s through, here's one for 1992, but most of these are in the mid to late 1800s through the mid 1900s. So let's get started. Over here on the right, you can do a basic search or an advanced search. I always like to do an advanced search myself, so let's click on that link, and up comes the advanced search dialog box. As you can see, you can enter your search terms here. It has the ability for Boolean and Boolean or putting in a phrase. It has the ability to add fuzzy search. And what does that mean? For example, if you have a surname such as MacDonald, M-A-C-D-O-N-A-L-D, if you do fuzzy, it will pick up M-C-D-O-N-A-L-D. If you do fuzzier, it'll pick up words like Donald without the Mac, etc. So you can choose to search exact, fuzzy, fuzzier, or fuzziest, and you can go to the What Is This link in the Help section to find out exactly how that works. You also can select all the newspapers by just leaving it right here, or you can select one or more newspapers if you know the exact newspaper that you are looking for. You have the ability to search for a date, and over here on the right it shows you how to input a date range. And you can have 10 to 200 results per page, whatever you so choose. So let's try one out. I will type in a search term, and let's see what happens. There we go. As you can see, there are 75 matching items or results for the search term Wimster. Over here on the right, which is kind of a nice feature, you have the ability to refine the search to specific newspapers that are listed here or specific years, and you can indeed search within those results as well if you choose to. 75 is not too bad, but if there were 7,500, you might want to refine your search. But let's try that. Let's go to 1928 and see the result that comes up. And here we see there is one result, including the search term Wimster, which is highlighted in the Stouffville Sun Tribune from 1928. So let's click on the image and bring up the newspaper, and there it is. As you can see right here, this is the article. It has highlighted the term Wimster, and up here on the left you can see the set of tools that are available. You can pan, which means you can just drag the newspaper like so by holding your left mouse button down. You can go home. You can select an area, which we'll get to in a minute. You can zoom, but unfortunately this feature is not available on this page. You can move the result to the left or the right like so. You can move it up or down. If you choose not to use pan, you can print, and you can go back and you can look at all your other results. But since we found an article, let's save the article. There are two ways to do that. One is by going over here to where it says select area, and you draw a box around the article that you are interested in, as you can see here, and it shows you a little results box here. You then click on this, and it will give you the citation information, the name of the newspaper, date, and page, as well as the article. So if I wanted to snip it at that particular point, I could use my snipping tool, and then I could include the citation in the JPEG that I'm going to save here along with the image, and then I want to just do a file save as, and then save that on my computer, obviously changing the file name to something a little bit more representative. But I'm not going to save that right now. And the other option, as we go back, let's close out that tab, we can just select it using our snipping tool directly. And that would be by clicking on that. And there is the article. And we could then save it, as I showed you earlier, by saving as a JPEG wherever we chose on our computer. Now, this one as you can see, does not have the citation information. So if you wanted the citation information, you would want to use the first technique that I showed you. So let's close out of this and let's go back. And ladies and gentlemen, that is it. It is really simple. Let's go back to our home page. There's our results that I showed you before. And there is not much more to say about how to navigate this site. It is really incredibly simple and fast. It is a very nice site. I wish many of the newspaper sites would use this software, because this one is pretty darn good. So let's go back to our home page. And again, there's a list of the newspapers that you have to choose from. I do not know how many total pages there are that are available, but it is a nice list, and it would certainly be worth your efforts to try to find your ancestors, if indeed you have ancestors in Ontario's smaller communities. So take a look at it. Like I said, it's fast, it's easy, and it's certainly worth your time. In conclusion, I just want to say one thing, and that is happy hunting.